Yo, what up, friends? So, it's Crucible League. You're wondering what's gone wrong in your entire everything, that you're sitting there and you're beginning down this crazy path of making your own wild items in Crucible. If you're like me and you've done anything in Crucible, or you've explored various options, or you've tried to play fun and wild builds, well, then this probably looks familiar. Have you sat there and wondered about your Emperor's Vigilance? Have you sat there and tried to farm the Divines or the Chance Orbs and Scours? Have you banged your head against a desk hoping to God that the rare item goes unique? Well, I've been there, and I know that pain, and I know it I know it all too well. If you've been over at my Twitch stream or in my Discord the last couple of days, you'll know that I have been attempting to do the impossible again. I have been attempting to chance a WINDRIPPER. And while I can spend a whole video talking about the art of SCOUR and chance and SCOUR and chance, today's video doesn't really talk about that. I wanted to bring up a couple of points from things that I saw in chat today that I realized a lot of people really don't know. Two things that are really important. One, that if an item has multiple things it can turn into, you can actually imprint it back. So what I mean by that is there is a big fear currently with chancing my Imperial Bow that it can indeed turn into Lion's Eye Glare and not WINDRIPPER. While that is a true fear and a possibility, as long as you have an imprint of the item, and you can see imprint here of your base, the item won't, you won't have any fear of not being able to change it back and re-scour chance. Now, the real topic of today's video is the idea that we are later in the league and materials and resources are harder to get. Now, you'll notice that I have some Divines left over. I have exactly 0 Orbs of Scouring. I have a handful of Chance Orbs, but I have a bajillion Fusings. And I just kind of wanted to go over some of the things and tips and tricks that I've been doing to help get to the 45,000 attempts that I've put into this bow. Because I've put 45,000 Chance Orbs into this bow. Or like 46 or 40. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. It's been like 4 days of Twitch streaming of just like chance, scour, and praying. Now, what I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to show you guys it in the current state of the market. If I go Divine Orbs and I go Scouring Orbs and I search, we can see that there are Scouring Orbs available, but not many. And we can see we immediately get a hit for 201, and then it just tanks down to next to nothing. And the prices get really crazy really quick. While 180 to 1 is still relatively good, as is almost 1 to 1 Chaos of Divines, as soon as you get to 160, 150, things start to get a little sketchy. And the same thing went for Chance Orbs. Chance Orbs start at 750 if the player's actively there, and they answer 710, 700, and then it just tanks down to 600 nothing. Now, a lot of the times you try to buy these from players, and, you know, typical Path of Exile experience says that I'm going to whisper people and they're not. Oh my God, they're actually there. Be right back. Well, that was an absolute delight and pleasant surprise. I managed to get a bunch of Chance Orbs and Scour. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. That just means wait, this video is totally, can you imagine doing this right now during this video, that like it just goes, it just, you know, casually during the video, it just, you know, it just goes. Okay, anyways, so I feel like it's too much. Anyways, so looking at the market itself, Chance Orbs, Scouring Orbs are scarce. Not only is currency scarce, but a lot of different things are scarce. And it's becoming harder and harder to get things. Even things like Fusings, for example, are 760 to Divine. Now, I bring this up because this is really relevant. You'll notice in my inventory that I have thousands and thousands of Fusings, and I've been buying a ton of Fusings. And a good buddy of mine, Scott, said to me, hey man, like, I was watching stream, you bought 13,000 Fusings over the course of your stream. Like, what gives? What are you doing? And this is what the big part of today's video is, and that I wanted to show you. Not a lot of people realize that a lot of your currency can be just traded up straight to the vendor. And a lot of people really forget that sometimes it's okay to go to the vendor and buy your currency. At the market rates that we just looked at a moment ago, you'll notice that scouring orbs are 150 to a divine in bulk, and chance orbs are 600, 500 to a divine in bulk. But fusings were 700. And this is where things get relevant. Now, if I wanted to play my cards right, I would just go buy fusings, and that's what I've been doing. And a lot of currency and a lot of items you can do this with, and people just don't realize it. If the market is not flush in what you're looking for is in terms of bubblegum currency, you can take your current currency and trade up. We've talked about this in the past with the last lowers baubles, but not many people realize that you can just buy transmutes with portal scrolls, and then alterations with transmutes, and then jewelers with alterations. And sometimes the best way to literally work your way up to a chance scour is to just go the hard way. And you just trade your way all the way up. Now, granted, it's not 1-to-1. These are pulling out of my stash, but it's not uncommon, especially nowadays, this late in the league, to just go buy a bunch of fusings. And these transfer over 1-to-1. Now, if we wanted to do some quick math, because why not? If we take a look, let's pull it back over. If we pull back over the exchange rate, 760 fusings, we'll just say 700 in bulk because there's a lot of listings at 700. And then we go look at the price of chance orbs. We could see right away that chance orbs in bulk start at 600. Now, if I needed chance orbs personally, and I knew they were trading 1-to-1 at Lonnie, I would just go buy fusings instead. Now, the real kicker comes when you're trying to buy orbs of scouring. So if we go back to the actual orbs of scouring page, we see that orbs of scouring are roughly 170 to a divine, 180 if these guys answer. The 200 divine guy disappeared. Now, if we take the 200 guy that disappeared and we go down the list and we look at 150, we can start to see things get out of hand really quick. Now, if I wanted to get to this magic number of 180 and I wanted to spend good money, I can actively work my way backwards. If we buy 700 fusings, 750 fusings for 1 divine, that gives us 750 chance orbs for 1 divine. And if we divide 750 by 4, that gives us 187. Now we divide 750 by 4 because it's 4 chance orbs to 1 scour per the vendor Lonnie. And just to confirm that, you can see right here, it's 4-to-1. Now we know if we can get them at 750 to a divine, we make profit, but we break out. If we do 600, you see we lose. So now we can actually work the math in to figure out what a good break point is for what we want to be buying at. Now, 175, you're still losing because it's 180 roughly, but if you get 700, you're pretty good. So overall, pretty much everything that I've been doing is when I can't get scouring orbs because it's late at night, and chance orbs just don't exist because they're tanking in price, I've been making my way over to fusings. And the big reason that I emphasize this and I harp on this and I bring this up is sometimes you can buy 15,400 at a time without any problems or competition. Now, the market might fluctuate because this information is out there, but this has been pretty common information that not a lot of people know. And you can really use this to your advantage to convert a lot of currencies around, especially if you're a solo self-found player. And this is something that's been helping me over the last couple of days get all the chance scours that I need to be able to craft my project and make my WINDRIPPER. Now, do I think the WINDRIPPER will go at any point in time? Probably not. Am I going to sit and chance and scour until it goes? I mean, what else is there left to do in the league? I really want to play with it, and I think it's a lot of fun. Unfortunately, there's not an easy way to chance scour, and you just sit here and click until it goes. But for now, friends, I just wanted to bring some really good information to you guys and hopefully bring light to something that you may or may not have known, because these tips and tricks have saved me a lot of currency over the last couple of days. And I feel like it would, you know, with how many people that come by the stream and say they don't know about it, I really should show you guys. So for now, friends, thank you for watching, and I'm going to go get this out to you guys, and I'm going to keep clicking, and hopefully by the next stream, this will have turned into a WINDRIPPER. I mean, if not, you guys can come by the stream and, you know, check it out. So if you're watching this video in Crucible League and I still don't have a WINDRIPPER, you know why. For now, friends, so long, farewell, Avita, and have a good night.